Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronosplays Apollo Justice. Today we're greeted with Smug Emma, and while that is adorable, we do need to get some information, hopefully out of her, about the victim. So, Drew Mishima, probably should have looked that word up in between episodes, was some kind of artist? Apparently, did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans too. That's for what it's worth. Oh, well, I guess this stuff is kind of pretty. Like the oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh, so it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What is that? What do you mean, to anyone? He was always locked up in here in his studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he put in the letterbox. Okay. Letters? Do people still write letters? I mean, yes, they do. But he has a point. And this game is how many years old, too? It's kind of insane. Like, I don't know. I feel like with technology these days, I guess, I don't know, writing a physical letter is kind of annoying, I guess you can say. Like, I gotta get a piece of paper, I gotta get a pen, I gotta write this letter, I gotta get an envelope, gotta get a stamp, then I gotta put it all together and put it in the mailbox and hope it doesn't get lost on the way to who it's going to. What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Mishima. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything else by mail. Maybe he thought that that way was more artistic, you know? Yeah, I guess so. In any case, the only person who decides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean that killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only one found in the room were Mr. Mishima's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Yeah, actually, last night, Mr. Mishima gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. Happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever, and he gets poisoned. Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? The defendant. So this woman, Vera, she's Miss Misham. I put it through text-to-speech. I've already fucking forgot. Misham's daughter, right? Yep. Really sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. And actually like a mental illness, not just like shy. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that gives magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? Well, why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Well, don't look at me. So about the poison, it was found to be in his coffee, right? No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean? I mean, see for yourself, I think. The night of the crime. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from outside came into the house. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside and make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. Do you have a half-fro? You have a half-fro. That is a hairstyle choice, my dude. It's like the side hawk. At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became very ill, or violently ill, and died. She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see it? He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. What the fuck? He was checking out some equipment in the back room. Okay. Supposedly that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. If the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee, even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Okay, first off, this. That is a mailbox, I think. Examine. This would be the poisoned coffee cup? Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug. Haha! So the poison was in here! This is my first time seeing a real poisoned mug of coffee. I would hope so. Poisoned coffee. Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. Okay. So, it wasn't in the coffee. Was it, like, on the rim of the cup? I meant his coffee cup was for guests to use. Guests? Did the police already analyze this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. So the killer was after Drew. Alone. Okay. Hey! There's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing time and you didn't want anyone to see it? You certainly seem pleased by that possibility. Ah, it's so normal. That's hardly something to get mad about. Huh, what is it, Apollo? Why does this painting look familiar? What does this painting look like? What do you mean? It looks like the other painting. Never mind. Dots. That one! I better get a professional opinion on this. Here. So what is it? Just... Hey, Apollo! This painting! I know it! Huh? Really? It's that story where the old woman is doing the wash in the river? And this giant peach comes floating downstream. That might possibly be the strangest thing I've ever heard of. Okay. We already took the paintings, didn't we? Alright, cool. Letterbox. That letterbox looks funny sitting in a room like this. Yeah, let's take a look. Empty. Well, the other half of the letterbox is actually connected to the other side of the studio. Mr. Misham would put his letters in there. Misham? Whatever. The postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. I mean, Chronos doesn't know how to do that either. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at these paintings. I just love oils, you know, how they're so thick with 2 C's. Is that the word? Yeah, so what everyone fucking uses this day. These paints are all dry. I'm really just surprised at how different these all are. Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one? It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below. That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished part. I noticed. That is weird. Body? Or outline anyways. Eek, Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Drew Misham passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips in the next moment. That's quite a bit of paint on the ground. Maybe the half-painted painting there? He must have been working on... Can you stop? Okay, Emma. Stop eating quickly and then stopping. It's hard to change me talking like I have something in my mouth, like I'm eating something, to not instantly. I'm not talented in any way. Nor do people probably even notice that I'm trying to do a voice where it sounds like I'm chewing on something. Just stop, though. Chronos, you could just not do it. I know, but... He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end. Well, maybe she just started a year ago and was procrastinating. Picture. Let's take a closer look at this desk. You really had a half row. Did I just not? Oh, you can barely tell it's in this one, but Jesus Christ, man. So this is Drew Misham. Misham? The little girl must be Vera. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They look close, a happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter for killing him. Ack. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh, right. Ooh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo! Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? This is a lesson for all of us. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. I mean... yeah. Especially if you buy from, like, used from Amazon, actually. Definitely double check the wording in things you buy, please. I don't know if it's, like... as prevalent as it was, but I always have been suspicious from buying from like eBay or like independent sellers on like Amazon and stuff like that. I'm not a very trusting person when it comes to that sort of stuff. Thankfully, it has never happened to me or anyone actually I know of, but I know on the internet there was people that were getting scammed on eBay. Like they were buying fucking empty boxes of consoles for like $50-$60. It's like, hey, buy this PlayStation 3 for $50. And in the description and like underneath it, it'd be like, it's PlayStation 3 box only. And people weren't reading that, so they were buying the box thinking they were buying like a PlayStation 3 for like $50. So yeah, just be careful, because fucking people are disgusting assholes in life. And they'll take advantage of people who might not be completely perceptive or paying attention to the details. And I know it's the person, and I get it, right? You need when you buy something, you need to know what you're buying and read everything. Totally agree with that one. Doesn't mean you have to try to fucking pawn off an empty box for $50. Okay? This is a journal. Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. He didn't write a single line. You had me going for a while there. Quill pen. Hey, Apollo, what's this feathery thing? That isn't that a pen, like an old-fashioned quill pen? But it doesn't have a pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Detritus? I have not fucking heard or read that word in a long time. Wow, you sure know a lot. Like the word detritus. Bold and scientific, that's my motto. Exactly what was bold and scientific about that? She used a relatively unique word that's never really used that often, at least in my line of life. Something about the way that figure is poised. It seems the pose, I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. You see, you're making out your flamboyant gestures. One of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I'm a professional. Also flamboyant? I wonder why it's poised like that. Coincidence? This envelope has been opened and resealed. Oh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they ripped it open and stuck it back together with Scotch tape. Huh. The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would anyone open a letter then seal it again? I better hang on to this. On the victim's desk. Okay. I mean, we'll check it out. We get the names, like, no return address, of course. Apollo, look! It's been open here. Well, X marks the spot. You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see the inside. Should I try to open it and then stick it back to shut? Let's not tamper with evidence, shall we? I got a better idea. Emma, let's ask her. Okay. anything else here? Does not look like it. Look at all those paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. We can repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. Oh, is that a frog skeleton? What is all this equipment here for? Doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Trucy. But these cost like 50 bucks at a magic shop. Is that desk for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? I don't know. Maybe he liked straight lines? Oh, nothing else? Really? I thought he said he hated technology. Wait, yeah, wait a minute. Hold up. You said he hated technology. Whatever. Let's see. Forensic science. Yeah, but about this. So, Emma, about this coffee mug. Hope you aren't trying to grill me for information. You know I'm not talking. So as you're the detective here, why don't you take a look yourself? If we find a clue, I might be not be unwilling to lend a hand. I think she's going to help us, Apollo. Let's check out this mug, shall we? How about this then? Oh, I was wondering about this painting here. That one? What about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it, both of you. Now look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same! I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Missum was copying this painting. Wow, that's pretty good! What do you mean copying? Like, is he making a copy of his own work? They are somewhat different. Copying a painting? What for? Letter? Emma, about this. Oh, that! Yes, why that's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside this envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Huh, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha, please, I would have steamed it open. But you did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Well, that was adorable. Know that I am a powerful weapon. I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. Huh. You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one, but that's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. Letterbox? Nope. Okay. Did we not check out the mug? I thought we checked out the mug. We did not check it because this does not look familiar at fucking all. Was Drew wearing very bright blue lipstick? Hey, look at that! This thing doesn't look like it looks so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. It must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Blue Mountain stuff? Someone telling me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably better ask Emma. Okie dokie. I mean, I did just show her that, but... Forensic science! I bet Emma could help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at the crime scene? What is it we always do, scientifically? Ah! You know me too well! Okay. Okay, meaning we can get, scientific now. Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Alright. That was easy, Emma. I find this suspicious. Emma, about this. Oh, that! Yes, why, that's a bright red envelope. Sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Okay, so this is the same? Sure, I read it after all. Ah! You mean you're the one that ripped it open? Please, sneak peek. Know that I have a power weapon. Yeah, can I use that, please? I tried flattering her. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh. It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization? Something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically it lets you see inside things? Like this envelope. That's right. You're sharp, Druzy. But it's a bit more complicated than that. In practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Oh, can I try it, Emma, please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yeah, I think we just got cancer, Trucy. What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I can see through your hair. Oh my god. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might fall out. Then I wouldn't need the X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it out a sample right first. Lottery ticket. It just so happened I bought a lottery ticket. You set the sample in the device like this. I don't see anything. Patience. There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. There's a layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn the dial there with the right stick for me, would you? I mean, I'm not doing that. That's right. That's how you choose what depths you want to scan. Hey, I got something! See, that's how you can read a letter on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see the paper like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if I can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2, electric boogaloo. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing, like going over the image with the... like going over the image with the left stick while holding A? There! That fixes the image on the screen, does it? Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good. Now you can rub it this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we get the whole thing. Exactly, not bad. Neat, let's do some more. I'm assuming this was less tedious on the DS. Try again. Well, Emma, I don't think you won. Okay, let's print this out. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let's buy her another one. You're goddamn right you will. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Let's try it out on this real thing, shall we? Okay, so we want to go to the middle one. And then pretty much each time it's blue, we'll do this. Dear Drew, I'm depositing $100,000? Okay, let's print this out. I deposited the $100,000 to the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Mishma's account? His painting must be really valuable. There's another page in there. You to take a look? You bet I do. If we're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here you go. Even though, yeah, that's a federal offense, but sure. Hi Venus, how's it going? You gonna join me on this X-ray scanning? No? Alright. What does that say? Oh, sign the paper. I honestly thought that said something else. Like I saw the P and I thought those were two S's there and a Y at the end. And I was like, wait, what? Alright, sign the papers and never mind. Let's print this out. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special scientific significance to him. Well, Emma? Oh, well, dude. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about that by munching away. Alright, we have this now. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to present that. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. That? Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my test spraying. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. It's a career path that I'm not currently on. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray. That's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug. That's right, see? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing. It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us a bit more? You try buttering up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere. It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About the poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for Aquinine? Acrowinine. Atrowinine. No, that's going in Texas Beach. 1 second.
Atroquinine.
Atroquinine. Okay, atroquinine. Future Chronos, try to remember that. We're not going to. We both know how our brain works. Atroquinine. Atroquinine. Alright. Atroquinine. That's what Texas Beach says. The deadly poison we found in the autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eye. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. Then how to kill him so quickly? It takes at least 50 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown... That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details. Yes, we do. I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please? You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo. What are you doing? I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. I'm venomous. Way different. Tell that to all those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Spray. So 15 minutes means you had this on you for a little bit before you started drinking the potion. Yeah, I just got done playing Baldur's Gate for a bit. Before you drank the coffee. So we already know that has poison. I don't want to have to go through the entire room. Nothing's showing up on the coffee? Really? Probably diary? Well, you said it was new. Here? I must have missed something obvious here. Huh. Am I missing something obvious here? Maybe there's just actually nothing here. I guess? I feel like there's gotta be something here. Like, why would they add this? Just for you to have fun, Chronos? Maybe? Okay. Too bad, no reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh, motherfucker. I did spray this! Ah. I literally sprayed on this desk. You assholes. Eek! A reaction, Apollo! Ah! Where? Where? The inside of that cute little frame! Look! Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'd known the work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Assholes. Why would this... we get to the end of the series, Apollo is just a jaded jerk to everyone he's ever worked with now. Why would the inside of that frame that has poison on it? It looks like we found the only place that was poison in this case, any case. So I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for the story of the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never get that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Is there going to be something Chronos has a hard time? Is his name fucking Spank Brushel? No. 1 second. Okay, it's Spark. We gotta get a little closer there. Brushel? He's after a scoop to sell the papers. So a reporter came for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak to this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, then that leaves only one other person. It wasn't Valiant Gamma Ray by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valiant Gamma Ray. Looks like he'll be heading back to the Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you this the reporter's card if you want. I don't need it. Alright. This? Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. No. Okay, this? Fine, fair enough, Emma. Let's examine this. Nothing? I don't believe you. Oh, here. Huh, looks like you have to take this back part out off first to put a photo inside. It had to be a really small photo to fit in there. True, and that pale blue stain. Why would there be poison on something like this? Well, there's only one obvious reason. Whoever put the poison in the coffee rubbed it a bit on here too. It's not very obvious, Truzy. I mean, it kind of is. Or I guess he got it on his hands and maybe touched it. I guess you gotta have a good business card if you work freelance. Really? What's this? A camera lens finder? Oh, aperture science? Do reporters take photos too? I guess if he's freelance, he'd have to. Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You'd always win! Against myself? Wouldn't I always lose as well? Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? Top dollar for information, my dude. Huh. What a weird, familiar looking drawing, to be quite honest. Yeah, I don't know why that looks strangely familiar. Alright, anything else? No. We are on the move back to the Coliseum, I guess? But you know what, we'll do that next time. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next episode. Have a great day. Bye.